LiangHu not paying attention, busy elsewhere. Catalyst missile strike right here in the middle Tiberium field again. Here we have LiangHu's sneaky stealth tanks coming across the top. Not sure what to target. They want to go for a harvester, but they saw a sonic emitter and backed out of there. Xyven finally finishes off that third parked avatar that wasn't going anywhere. Now a push from LiangHu into the bottom side with Scorps. 3 or 4 pit bulls easily dropped, pushing it across the north as well with those sneaky stealth tanks. They are looking for harvesters. Buggy EMP blast comes over, freezes up one of the avatars that Xyven had recovered. Xyven has recovered 2 of the avatars from LiangHu. Air combat, Orcas come over. Venoms come over. Venoms go to work on the avatars, but it's going to take them a while. They don't do a lot of damage with that healthy avatar. Xyven successfully recovers 2 avatars, and he's going to march him back to his base, get him repaired. LiangHu now gathering at the middle top. We may have a big push here from LiangHu. Vertical bombers flying home, that's 4 of them. They struck somewhere, and now the push follows. EMP blast to lead the way, locks up a few mammoths and avatars, locks up a sonic emitter. Now here comes the push from LiangHu right into the middle. LiangHu has really cleaned out this middle position with that catalyst missile and those 4 vertical bombers that flew in just a moment ago. Rocket soldiers come into the middle. They're about to get caught by sonic emitters. In come the vertical bombers. To the airfield they go, they get it dropped. The Scorpions continue to harass up north. Action south. No action south. My mistake. Recovery effort. Ben's gonna grab another avatar from LiangHu. Tiberium has dried up for all 3 of LiangHu's fields right now. So he won't be building too quickly. Some of his Scorpions are getting caught by that sonic emitter. The Orcas fly over to clean things up. We've got 1 heroic Orca now. Xyven has been doing fairly well with his Orcas on defense. Here comes a push. Here comes an attack from LiangHu. Leads off with Venoms, Scorpion tanks. Not Scorpion tanks, stealth tanks. Now LiangHu comes in with his harvesters to ninja some Tiberium from his opponent. They're taking a lot of shots from 2 sonic emitters though. Avatar and Mammoth watch in the field. And LiangHu loses 4 out of 5 of those harvesters. Interesting attempts to grab some Tiberium, but well defended. Xyven still has a lot of Tiberium to eat up here, so you will be able to build. Liang continues to harass with stealth tanks. They find a harvester on the south side. Venom standing by up top. Scorpion sweep over. Stealth tanks continue on the bottom side. Orcas come over to attack. 1 stealth tank gets dropped, then they quietly go back to stealth. The Orcas fly away. Vertical bomber comes in, tries to get rid of that sonic emitter. Push at the top side, Scorps and Venoms. Recovered avatars defending well with the Mammoth. Stealth tanks continue to harass down south. LiangHu is just squeezing Xyven into the middle. Heroic Orca on the flight path, holding things down on D. We've seen some good defensive play here from Xyven. A lot of heroic units on the field here. The garrison and rocket soldiers right in this bunker are heroic. One of them is. Vertical bombers fly in, they find a refinery. LiangHu has just been relentless, using a variety of attacks to maintain pressure. Stealth tanks, vertical bombers, pushes from Venoms and Scorps. Now buggies and Scorps and Venoms approaching from the top. Buggies lead, they're going to lock up those avatars. They only catch one. Sonic Emitter fires on the approaching Scorps. LiangHu doesn't want to push with those two avatars watching. Now the third frozen avatar is back in action. Orca's on D. The heroic Orca right here, taking a little damage. Then may want to get him out of there. And that he does. Vertical bombers once again flying in from LiangHu, taking some anti-air fire. They're going for that airfield. Down it goes. Xyven cannot keep an airfield alive. Now Xyven is starting to challenge for that southern Tiberium spike. Sneaky stealth tanks coming in across the south side once again. Getting run over by a mammoth. Fender bender. Ran right into that mammoth. As soon as he pops out of stealth, he's going to take some shots from that mammoth. He's going to look for a better place to attack. And they get out of range of that mammoth and drop that harvester quickly. And go back to stealth. Now the Scorps are looking to the south side. They want to prevent this harassment on that Tiberium spike. Actually, that Tiberium spike is almost destroyed just from that rifle fire over time. Vertical bombers coming once again from LiangHu. Flying over the Sonic Emitters. Just one anti-air turret, not enough to stop them. They drop a power plant. Venom's pushed to the middle, looking for a Sonic Emitter to chew up. No anti-air to prevent. New power plant up for Xyven. Scorps start raping the power. Lang continues to hurt Xyven's power. Second Sonic Emitter is about to be dropped by those Venoms. Finally, some anti-air. Pitbulls come over. But not before the Venoms can finish that second Sonic Emitter. It's not looking good for Venom. More vertical bombers taking some shots to that war factory. Sneaky stealth tanks come in and drop another harvester. Relentless LiangHu. Now we have a couple of beam cannons joining the fight now for LiangHu. So LiangHu is using a lot of the units, a lot of unit variety. Stealth tanks pushing from the top, drop a mammoth. This has got to be frustrating for Xyven. Vertical bomber attack does some damage on a refinery. Lots of Tiberium here in the middle. And Xyven can just get it eaten up and produce a few more units. He may have a chance to hang on. Catalyst missile dropped once again in that middle Tiberium. That brings down the two refineries. Followed up by a mine drop right in front of the Tiberium field. Unless Xyven cleans that out, that's going to be trouble for any harvesters. And repair time for both sides. Vertical bombers come in once again, drop the airfield. The Orcas have nowhere to land. And it looks like Ven's heroic Orca is no longer on the field. Now, stealth tanks in the back. Look to the tech center. They may get it. 2 Orcas fly over to prevent. 1 stealth tank goes down. The tech center stays alive. Attack across the south from LiangHu. 1 Avatar, 1 Mammoth on defense. Not going to be enough. But LiangHu's still playing conservative. Backs his Scorpions out of there. LiangHu doesn't want to go for the kill. He's just keeping constant pressure on Ven. The stealth tanks are about to finally finish that tech center. That they do. Vertical bombers dropping the command center.
Sammler wird angegriffen.
2 stealth tanks still alive in the back. Wrecking havoc. Power plant dropped. Ben is hanging on the best he can. Facing a relentless opponent here. More stealth tanks coming across the top side to keep the squeeze going. Being quiet, waiting for a harvester. And he'll pick the sonic emitter to attack. And that's enough stealth tanks to finish the job, even though a couple will go down. 4 left. And the 2 across the bottom finally get dealt with. 1 left. And the remaining stealth tanks still taking shots at harvesters. Drops 1. War factory about to go down for Ven. Scorps push into the construction yard. They're going to get it. Vertical bomber strike on the refinery. Northern stealth tanks fly in to join the attack. Drop another war factory. Ven's been hanging on just barely here, chasing off those Scorps with his recovered avatars. Ben still has 3 of those avatars. Still lots of Tiberium in the middle. Stealth tank attacks continue. Oh, the construction yard was saved. It was not destroyed. Very close. I saw it down to a sliver of health. And what's that? Vertical bombers again? Constant relentless attacks from LiangHu. Ven is unable to mobilize any sort of offense. Has barely enough units to defend with. Stealth tanks on the bottom side now. Locking Ven down on Econ. Only 1 harvester right now eating Tiberium for Ven. 2 I should say. Repair time for LiangHu. The vertical bombers continue their attacks. I think LiangHu really could go for the kill at this point, but he's playing conservative, keeping Ven contained. Now the construction yard goes down. There's just too much firepower on the field from LiangHu. Ven was unable to eat Tiberium fast enough to match up against the strength on the field of LiangHu. Excellent harassment from LiangHu and pressure since the very beginning of the match.